So as we approach the book of 1 John, we need to remember that we're talking about the same area and the same churches and descendants, or maybe the same believers that Paul was talking to, but now it's later. And we're going to see some different problems. And I hope you find that encouraging. Because some of you have been here a long time. And some of you have seen certain problems that you thought would never ever go away. And then maybe one day you woke up and said, you know, that's really not that big of a deal anymore. But you know, there's another problem. There's something else. And that's just kind of the reality, isn't it? You get over one problem and sure enough, there's another one. You get over one false idea, or you get over one hurdle, and oh man, there's another one. And the Spirit is still at work. And God is still God. And we need to let Him be God because that's His job. And we need to worship, we need to acknowledge that He is God. And the Creator is still at work making us a new creation. I find that encouraging. I find it encouraging every week when we take the Lord's Supper. And the Spirit is dealing with us at different times in our life and causing us to look to Jesus for whatever the problem is now. And we are a changing, growing group. We are a work of the Creator. And God is at work, and He will continue to use the Spirit, and He will continue to use texts like Galatians and 1 John to deal with the problems that we have, and we'll know where to go. And we'll know to point each other to Jesus. And we'll know every week when we take the Lord's Supper that we are a new creation. As a group. And with all new problems. And if somebody ever writes to us and says, don't let anybody cause me trouble, you say, good luck with that. That's just kind of reality, isn't it? Don't ever feel like you caused God too much trouble. Don't ever feel like, you know, He's just not going to listen to me anymore because I have messed up one too many times. Don't ever feel like God doesn't listen to me anymore because He gets tired. He gets tired of saying the same things over and over again. He gets tired of forgiving me over and over again. No, God does not. Every day you're a new creation. Every day. And God is at work. There were 8 of us out watching the sunrise yesterday morning. We talked about new. And we talked about that verse in Galatians 5, that circumcision doesn't mean anything, uncircumcision doesn't mean anything. What counts is a new creation. And what Southside has gone through in its past doesn't count for anything. What Southside's going through now doesn't count for. What counts is a new creation. God is at work. And God is dealing with the problems that we have. And God is changing hearts one at a time, and God is not calling us to compare ourselves to anybody else. God is calling us to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. And we're going to do that this morning as we talk about that sacrifice. We're going to sing. Then we're going to pass around a little piece of bread. And that bread represents something we can touch and feel, and smell, and taste, to remind us that God became flesh, that Jesus had a body. And then we're going to pass around a little cup that has a little bit of juice in it that represents the blood, the life that He poured out for us for forgiveness.